Oh, moi! Meesa liking it here. What's that? Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another thing that can't actually fit into my recording space. It will be fixed eventually. Leave me be. Anyway, we are looking at something I've never actually had before this, a Hero Mashers. This is, of course, a Hasbro line. I think they did it for Marvel, and obviously this is for Star Wars, and you can just about make out there. This is a Jar Jar Binks Hero Mashers. And, yeah. It's Jar Jar, right? So, it's just dawned on me how dumb this actually is. So, basically, these are some, pretty basic action figures. They're not really that interesting on their own, but you're actually able to take them apart in order to swap their parts around. So, for example, if I just took off his leg, I've taken off his arm, I can swap them around and create an unholy monster. Honestly, it's no worse than the actual design of Jar Jar Binks. But in any case, yeah, it's an interesting concept in a lot of ways, and honestly, I wish I had multiple of figures in this line, even if it was like a Marvel one or something, just something different, just to show it fully how you can mix and match characters. It does kind of show it on the box with a Stormtrooper head, Darth Vader body, various other parts, but you don't really get the exact same feel of it when you have just a single figure. But in any case, I only have one, so I can only really show what I've got. So for accessories, it comes with the Gungan Shield item, which, yeah, it works. It has quite good translucency, whatever you want to call it. And, yeah, painting isn't terrible. It doesn't go all the way to the back, but I think that's fine overall. You're very rarely going to show it from any other angle. As for how it's held, it can be held with his arms like that, or you can bend his arm up and snap it on like that, like a gun. And, yeah. Not the best accessory ever, but still alright. As for articulation, he has a forward and back hinge on his neck. Obviously, because of how everything's made, it's all ratcheted. So he has rotation of his head for 360. It does almost look like his ears should be able to move, but they just can't. When it comes to his arms, he doesn't have outward movement at the shoulders, but he does have full rotation. So that's something. And then he has very... Oh. See, this is the issue with a figure that you can take apart as its primary play feature. So it does have a hinge at the elbow, which is very, very tight on this figure. I don't know if that's just a general thing. As I say, because of the actual mechanism, everything is ratcheted. You can rotate every joint. Nothing at the wrist, though you do have a holding point, so you can hold it in either hand. It is actually different between the two hands, which is interesting. Obviously, that's an open one, so that would be used for... I don't know, actually. I don't know what you'd need that for rather than that. I'm not completely sure about that. But anyway, when it comes to the legs, you can kick up. He can kick decently out. That's better than some Spider-Man figures. On that side, obviously, it's blocked a little bit by this, which is actually a separate piece that can be clipped off. Well, there we go. But yeah, it doesn't have great out. Forward, as I say, is remarkable. You've got your full rotation there if you really need it. That's messed up. There we go. His knee rotates. It also has another ratcheted... They're so tight. The joints in this are so tight. But yeah, we've got 90 degree. It's not terrible. I've seen worse, honestly, in this scale figure. And, yeah, that is literally it for articulation. It's very basic, but hey, you can make him do some very basic stuff. He isn't quite 6-inch, I don't think. I'm realising I don't have a 6-inch figure just to compare it quickly, but just to compare, to a Star Wars figure of the 3 3/4 range. Yeah, it probably is about 6 inch actually, because if I bring in a 7 inch figure, towers over him just a little bit, so it might be about 5 inch. I don't know with this figure. I don't know why I got this really. I just thought it was funny. I've enjoyed the Hero Mashers like aesthetic. It kind of reminds me of the more recent Toy Box Disney figures, which I'm a huge fan of. I have a few of those already, but yeah, I don't know. It's Jar Jar. It's a figure of Jar Jar to add to the bunch of Jar Jar merchandise that I've just picked up because I just find it funny. And yeah, it's Jar Jar, alright, so I don't know what else to say. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and yeah, follow me on Twitter. You tweet about a lot of random nonsense, including stuff that I potentially will review in the future. I don't review anything in good time, but I review things, so I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! But you're actually able to take them apart